Welcome back to another video guide. So in today's video we're going to look at the Acuity calendar and how you can move bookings, change bookings, cancel bookings, and adjust anything on your calendar for any current bookings that you have, or if you need to remove or move anything on your calendar specifically. But we'll also be looking at changing your calendar times and your availability. So we're going to get started with the appointment calendar. So when you look into your Acuity scheduling booking system, it's going to look something like this. It's going to come up with your calendar and all your bookings. As you can see here, we have a consultation, which is just a test that is on the calendar, as this is just a test booking system that I use for video purposes. So as you can see, when we click on the name, it's going to come up with all the details of the test example. So it will show you their phone number, their email address, the payment that they've made if they made a deposit, the time and the date that they're booked in for, and also all of the information and what they're booked in for. So they're booked in for a consultation at that specific time frame for that amount of minutes, of course. Now you'll see, if you scroll down, you see that there's areas for notes, and if they have filled in a consultation form on your website, all of their questions will be answered here. So you have a few options on here. You can click either history, edit, or reschedule. With history, when you click on history, it will just show you the history of their bookings, so their past appointments, their upcoming appointments. So this would just show you a brief outline of anything they've ever filled in form wise and any notes they've ever put. You can go back to the scheduling area and reschedule their appointments in, or schedule them in for another appointment. So we're going to have a look at that in a second. So if we just go back and click on that, we can reschedule this appointment in if we wanted to, or we can either edit their details as well. And there is an option, of course, where you can book in a new appointment. So let's go through everything bit by bit. We've gone through the history, now let's go through edit. When you click on edit, you can then edit any of their details. So just say a customer or your client wants to edit their phone number, you can then go ahead and edit any of these. If they've paid a deposit but it's not showing up on the system, or they paid it in person, you can then go ahead and change this. You can untick the paid button if you wanted to. You can also add notes. So there's plenty of options here that you should definitely have a look around if you ever need to edit the details, and then just click save. Once that's done, it will go back to your original screen of once you click on that specific appointment type. What you then need to do is, if just say your customer or your client wants to reschedule their appointment, you just click the reschedule button, and then it's going to come up with your availability in your calendar. So I have obviously got this as a test booking system, so availability and calendar is only set to a Monday and Tuesday. So just say my client is originally booked in for the 4th at 9:30 AM. We're going to reschedule this for the 28th of March, and we're going to reschedule this for 9 o'clock, and then we're just going to click reschedule appointment. And this then reschedules the appointment. So what this does is, once you reschedule the appointment, an email will be sent to your customer or client on that email address that is in their register, and let them know that they've had their appointment rescheduled, and also a notification will be sent to you that it's been rescheduled as well. You can also cancel the appointment if you want to. So you can either cancel, or you can make a new appointment, and you can resend confirmation email. So if you wanted to cancel an appointment, you'll click cancel, and then you can obviously put as a mark as a no-show and send an email to the client of why it's been cancelled, and you can add a note and then click to cancel the appointment. You can book your client in for a new appointment, but we'll do that separately on the calendar, so we can do that. If you wanted to do manual bookings, we'll sort that out as well. You can resend the confirmation email as well if you ever wanted to. If they haven't received it, so that will be resent to them. And then client confirmation page, so this is the page that they get to see once they get their designs looked into with the confirmation. And now we just come back to our original page once you click out of that. What we're going to do is go ahead and cancel that appointment, and cancel appointment. And then what you can see now is that appointment has now disappeared off of the calendar. So what we're now going to do is add a manual appointment. So just say we've cancelled that appointment, but we want to add a manual appointment because we've got somebody in the clinic with us that doesn't want to book through the booking system, and we want to book through just the calendar in front of us. So what we would need to do is go to the relevant date. So just say we're going to get someone booked in for the 28th of March. We will then go to new and then select obviously the appointment type. So your list of appointments will appear here. I've only just got one appointment, so we're going to select that. So this will be a list, of course, if you don't have appointments, it'll be a list of your services that you offer. So you'll just click that, click on the date, and then click on the time that the customer or the client wants to come in. So we're going to do 10 o'clock. And then what you can do is then just fill all of this information in if you wanted to. So enter their first name, their last name. I'm just going to go back and refresh that. As you can see here, we are now scheduled in for an appointment on the 28th of March, which is absolutely perfect. So that is all of how you manage your calendar section. You can view your calendar today, weekly and monthly. You can also block areas in your calendar from this section. So just say you wanted to block the 21st of March. We would click block and we'll do it for the whole day. So what I recommend is if you're going to do it for the whole day, I do suggest you do it from 1 o'clock in the morning till the evening. So it blocks out the whole day completely. Select the dates and then block off time. What this is then going to do, once we just go back and just refresh it, it's going to block off that specific day completely. So nobody will be allowed to book on that specific day on the 21st. As you can see, it's being blocked. So no one will be allowed to be booked in on that specific day because it is completely blocked off. So you can block time off and you can also remove the block time off. What we're going to do now is go to the availability, so your calendar availability. So we're just going to go here on the left and click availability under business settings. And here you can see your list of available hours and availability. Now, if you do have more than one staff member working with you, this will be multiple names. So there'll be another calendar under here of the person, of the staff member, of the times and the days that they work. So at the moment you can see here there's a selected amount of details that you'll need to fill in if you haven't already. If you wanted to update it, you can. As you can see here, I have the option booked. I have regular hours every week. So just say you don't have regular hours every week, you can untick this and save and switch to specific days. What this would then do is it will bring up your full calendar to where then you will need to go on each one manually and enter the times of when you want to start working. So just say we wanted to start at, we can do 9 AM and finish at 3 PM on the 24th. And then just say on the 25th, we want it to be not available at all. So what you would do is put closed. And then that would enter it manually. And then on the 26th, we want to do 12 PM until 6 PM. And then you just keep doing this until it constantly completely updates. What you'll need to do sometimes is just go back and refresh and it will show certain things. But sometimes you need to maybe just re-put it in and it will come up with that is closed. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the system to update it, but if you go back and refresh, it should be there. You can have regular working hours if you wanted to, so you can actually then click this button and click your regular working hours and enter them through here, and you can change these if you want to do and then save regular hours. And then if you wanted to have scheduling limits, you can. So when you click on that, it gives you the settings of your booking and your calendar. So how many hours in advance can people book, how many appointments per time slot. So obviously for your calendar, you just want one appointment per time slot. Otherwise this will overbook yourself. So do not ever change this number. You can accept appointments until you're fully booked, or you can accept a certain amount of hours per day. So have a look through your settings and adjust these to your limits and of course how you want to run the business. And then of course you can go on your block time. So this is the time that is basically booked off, whether you have a holiday or it's just a day off. And this can all be adjusted from here, so you can delete it if you wanted to. And then it will just take you back to the calendar, and then this will all be updated once you refresh your page as well. If you scroll down, you can set different hours for certain appointments. So if you click this, it's going to come up with all of your services. So we're just going to click design, and it's going to ask me to set specific hours for that specific service if you wanted to, but you can have it as regular hours every week. If you do have no separation in regards to any of these. You can just literally get rid of this calendar, because you don't need two calendars if all of your appointments, for example, are all on the same day. So anything on here you can adjust, you can change. So just say I wanted to do designs only on Mondays, I can change this and adjust for every hour for weekly, and I can do 9 AM till 3 PM. So that's my regular hours for design slots. So that would then be saved, and then I'd come out of that. And as you can see, it's only Mondays that I have design slots only. And then what I could then do is on this, if I had another service, I can select my other service and edit my availability in times and have a specific different service, like a website service, for Tuesdays only. So what that would do is then allow that availability to change and work through for that. You just click back to your calendar section. Of course, like I said, if you have more calendars, it will show here. And you can edit your default limits. So these are default limits. Scheduling limits, so minimum hours that someone can book in, maximum amount of days your calendar is open, so you can reduce this if you want appointments to be scheduled within 30 days. You can allow clients to reschedule or cancel appointments, how much they can cancel up until. You can turn these off if you wanted to, so that you are in full control of rescheduling and cancelling appointments for all of your clients, and also for editing their forms. So you can untick that if you just want whatever answers that they've given, and then click save at the top left hand corner, just up here it would be. And then you can actually change a few of that. So as you can see, it says save here. So we're going to turn that off. Time intervals. So how much time do you want between start times between appointments? So I generally recommend saying automatically based on your appointment type duration. So this would be, for example, if your appointment an appointment could start at 9 o'clock and you have a duration of a 60-minute appointment. That means the next booking slot that would be available would be at 10 o'clock, unless you have put interval times in your appointment services area, which is in a separate video on my YouTube page. You can go on minimize gaps to avoid any gaps during appointments, and then you can obviously click avoid gaps during the day, and what this will do is just minimize any gaps. And then you can click look busy, just to basically make yourself look like you have barely any appointments left, so you can make yourself look like you're 50% busy. So what this will do is then it will adjust your booking system to look half booked, and then once that gets booked up, it will still continue to look half booked, but it will basically open up slots for you. So we can do 50% and then click save. And then once you're happy with all of that, that is all pretty much your calendar settings, adjusting your times, your work hours, and also your staff calendars. So you can add a new calendar here if you have a new staff member. You'll just need to add their calendar name, of course, their description of obviously what they'll see when they're scheduling with that person. So maybe if they specialize in something, the location, if it's the same location, you just put the same address. And then their email, of course, so you can then contact them and get in touch with them so that their bookings are sent directly to their email. If you have any questions, please write in the comments below and I'll get back to anyone with any questions. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I hope to see you on the next video.